Miss Combs, you so fine, girl. I would drink your bad water.
Why did Diddy's mom look like a whole new person before and after her son's trial? On the first day,
Miss Combs. Miss Combs, you is so beautiful.
Janice Combs showed up wrapped up like a mummy, her foot covered, leaning on a big clunky walker, looking fragile and tired under the glare of the cameras.
Oh, man. Oh, my bad, man. That's my fault. I should have showed you how to work. That's what make it go down. See the fun?
Reporters surrounded her, snapping photos as she moved slowly through the chaos. But just 2 days later, boom, she walked in looking totally different. The walker was gone, the wig was on, and her whole vibe had changed. She kept her head down, barely making eye contact, clearly trying to avoid her son. The sudden transformation had everybody talking. Like, what happened in 48 hours to make her flip her entire image like that? And while everyone was trying to figure that out, something else started feeling off.
I would drink your bad water, Miss Combs.
Diddy's Netflix documentary dropped, and it wasn't just what they showed that raised eyebrows, it was what they didn't. Deleted scenes, resurfaced clips, and quiet testimonies started spreading online, all shining the light on someone Netflix barely mentioned, Diddy's own mother, Janice. Once people saw what didn't make the final cut, the whole story started hitting different, way darker and way messier than what we were shown. When 50 Cent's Netflix documentary about Diddy came out in early December, fans instantly felt something wasn't adding up. Huge parts of the story seemed missing, especially the parts about Janice Combs. The deeper people dug into what was cut, the more it started looking like the real truth. The ugliest parts were the ones left behind. Because when those missing clips and old footage began resurfacing, Janice didn't look like a quiet, supportive mom on the sidelines anymore.
Yeah, make it go.
You would really drink your bathwater?
Yeah, like that. There you go.
Just want to know if you're pushing false narratives or not. What's up with the free post shirt today, man?
She looked like someone who may have played a much bigger role in shaping who Diddy became. That's why so many people said the documentary felt hollow. It skipped over the names and connections that matter most, the ones that keep popping up around Diddy no matter how much people try to hide them. The biggest red flag in the whole Netflix documentary wasn't just what they showed, it was what they didn't. Janice barely got 5 minutes of screen time, which is wild when you think about it. She's the one who raised Diddy, stood by him from day one, and was there through every major moment in his life. So naturally, people started asking the question, why was her role cut down so much? What exactly got left on the cutting room floor? Because honestly, what didn't make it into the final cut is starting to look like the real story. And that's exactly what this deep dive is about. The deleted footage, the resurfaced clips, and the quiet testimonies people claim Netflix didn't want front and center. Once you start connecting the dots, it becomes a lot clearer why so many believe Janice wasn't in the dark at all. She might have known exactly what was going on the whole time. But before jumping into the darker parts, it helps to look at what the documentary did show about her, even though it wasn't much. One of the only major moments featuring Janice was her public statement after Diddy's arrest and all the chaos that followed. On the surface, it seemed like she was defending her son. But if you read between the lines, it didn't sound like a mother standing up for her child. It felt like a woman trying to protect herself.
Hey, Mom, what's going on? You starting to cook, right? I see you got your sous chefs in the back, your master chefs in the back. So what's going on for Thanksgiving? The people want to know.
We're going to have a big Thanksgiving here, since I like to cook a lot.
The focus wasn't on whether Diddy was guilty or innocent. It was all about making sure she didn't look like a bad or neglectful parent. But one detail from her past really stood out, and it shocked a lot of people. Back in 1991, there was a tragic stampede at City College in New York during a crowded event Diddy was promoting. 9 people lost their lives that night. In the aftermath, Kirk Burroughs, one of the co-founders of Bad Boy Records, claimed he actually saw Diddy slap his own mother after she questioned him about the incident. Janice denied it ever happened, but people who were close to Diddy back then have told very different stories. And that's where things start to get messy. To understand why that story matters, you've got to know where Diddy came from. His father, Melvin Combs, was killed when Diddy was only 2 years old, leaving Janice to raise him alone. She said she worked 3 jobs to keep their lives together. One as a teacher's assistant, one she called modeling, though there's not much proof of that, and a mysterious third job that people hint had a much darker side. When you put all that together, it paints a different picture. A rough, complicated environment that may have shaped who Diddy grew up to be. Multiple people who knew the Combs family have said that the way Diddy was raised explains a lot about the man he eventually became. And that's exactly where Netflix started pulling back, leaving out the uncomfortable truths that might have exposed how deep the story really runs. Because even though the documentary showed Janice standing by her son, not everyone was buying it.
What's up, Ma?
Everything's good, baby. I'm here with you.
Yeah.
I love you.
Love you too.
One of the loudest voices pushing back was Freddy P, a former artist signed to Diddy's label. When Janice released her public statement defending her son, Freddy didn't stay silent for long. He came out swinging online, making it very clear that he thought her defense didn't mean a thing. According to Gene, there was absolutely no way Janice didn't know what was going on behind the scenes. He said it straight. She was too close, too involved, and too present in Diddy's world for her to have been in the dark. And then Gene pointed out something that made people's eyebrows shoot up. Her outfits.
Janice Combs is that bitch everybody money. Man, I don't give a she talk about. Yeah, you go out there and tell me. Seeing her defend Diddy, like, sit your ass down. You the worst person. You the wrong one to talk. You got somebody that you like.
He said Janice often dressed in clothes that were a little too revealing, a little too flashy, and definitely not age appropriate for the kind of setting she was in. To him, it created an uncomfortable vibe, especially around Diddy's friends. Gene even said, "I'd never want my own mother dressing like that around my crew."
That's like R. Kelly coming to talk it up for you. Like, nigga, shut up. We don't need you. No, Diddy innocent. Man, shut up, Kelly. Not right now. That's her. Shut your ass up. You the reason a man like he is.
The energy, he explained, just felt off. And this is exactly where the internet came charging in. Because once old videos of Diddy and his mom started resurfacing online, people began analyzing them frame by frame. These clips never made it into the Netflix documentary, but fans say they speak volumes about Diddy and Janice's relationship. The first clip everyone keeps talking about is the IV drip video. In it, Diddy and his mother are sitting side by side, both hooked up to IV treatments like it's just a casual part of their day.
Okay, what you gonna make?
So I'm gonna make potato salad, baked macaroni, candy yams, smoked turkey wings, ribs, fried chicken, cornbread.
They're laughing, relaxed, acting like it's completely normal. But here's where things take a weird turn. Court documents from Diddy's case revealed that guests who attended his private parties often needed IV drips afterward because the events were so extreme that people would end up passed out or completely drained. So when viewers saw Diddy and his mom both getting IVs together, it immediately raised serious questions. Where had they just been? Why were they both needing recovery treatments at the same time? The timing alone had people suspicious because it didn't seem random at all. And then there's the kiss video, which made the internet go into full meltdown.
I knew baby.
Ma, freshly dipped though.
In that clip, Diddy kisses his mom on the lips, and it's not just a quick, innocent peck. It lingers. Then right after, he starts talking about how his mom is single and needs a man, which instantly made viewers uncomfortable.
I was trying to show the truth. Yeah, my mom's is single. Mom's single. I ain't gonna hate on my mom. She's single.
The comment section went wild, with people saying the whole thing felt off, like something you wouldn't expect between a mother and son, especially on camera.
My mom talked about one time doing a dating show with her. Yeah, she's so picky. She's so picky, they don't stand. But yeah, that'd be the funniest show in the world.
It will be. Especially with me.
I don't even want to get started if she was doing that. We're not doing that, cause but yeah, my mom's single.
But the internet sleuthing didn't stop there. People started zooming in and catching another small but chilling detail. Janice's white nail polish. Why is that important? Because according to Cassie's lawsuit, Diddy allegedly had a thing for women at his private events wearing white nails. It was apparently a specific preference because of how it stood out against their skin. So when fans noticed Janice wearing that same exact style in the video, they couldn't help but question it. Nobody's saying for sure what it means, but it definitely made people uneasy. Between the lingering kiss, the odd comments, and those little details, the whole situation left viewers feeling like there was something much deeper happening that the cameras and the documentary didn't dare to show. It just didn't feel normal. And that's exactly where the story takes an even darker turn. None of these details, not the strange videos or the uncomfortable energy, made it into the Netflix documentary. But now, people who actually knew Diddy growing up are coming.
Yeah, for real. Von Duke might have a good time. Cause he ain't sitting in the house playing. He outside moving and shaking, baby.
That's right.
She come with me to strip club. I don't care. Real. It's my dog. You know, I want to live life. We out here moving and growing. My mom told me, she just said, keep moving, baby.
That's right.
Keep moving. She
Don't stop.
She could touch the floor with her palms, you know?
Right.
Flat. Take pew, pew, pew.
Forward with stories that completely changed the picture of what life inside Janice's home was really like. They're saying what the world is only now beginning to see didn't start with fame. It started long before, behind closed doors, when Diddy was still just a kid. According to one of Diddy's childhood friends, Janice used to throw wild, chaotic parties right in their home. And this wasn't some rare event. It was normal. It happened often. He described it as a part of everyday life in that household. Just imagine that, being a young kid surrounded by grown-up behavior, noise, and energy that no child should have to witness. That kind of environment doesn't just fade from your mind. It sticks with you, shaping how you see the world, how you react, and how you understand love, power, and control later in life. That same childhood friend believes everything we're seeing unfold around Diddy today connects right back to those early years. He admitted he didn't know every secret detail, but he was confident that what Diddy experienced in that house shaped who he became. And honestly, that makes sense. When boundaries are blurred early on, when chaos becomes normal instead of structure, it can completely twist how a person sees right from wrong once they grow up. But even with all that, there's another layer to this story that makes it even more disturbing. Cassie's allegations against Diddy were shocking enough on their own, but when you start looking at them in the context of his upbringing, they hit differently. Because when people try to understand just how deep this dysfunction allegedly runs, it's clear this isn't about ordinary family love. It's the opposite. To those looking in from the outside, it points to a family dynamic that was broken long before the money, fame, or power ever came into the picture. And what's wild is that people had been warning about this for years, long before Diddy's name hit courtrooms or headlines. One of the most respected voices to speak up was Dapper Dan, a Harlem fashion icon who's seen it all. When reporters asked him about Diddy and the chaos surrounding him, he didn't dodge the question or try to play it safe. Dapper Dan made it crystal clear. He knew Diddy's parents personally, and what people are finally seeing now, it wasn't new to him. According to Dapper Dan, these problems didn't begin with Diddy. They were there long before. It was a pattern, a cycle, something that was passed down, piece by piece, generation after generation. And if that's true, it changes everything. Because it means this story isn't just about Diddy's choices, it's about a legacy of dysfunction that's been hiding in plain sight for decades. After Melvin Combs passed away, young Diddy somehow ended up under the wing of legendary music exec Clive Davis. And that timing, way too convenient to ignore. Some people think Diddy didn't just stumble into fame, he was handpicked, groomed for it. And according to a few insiders, there were certain rites of passage he allegedly had to go through to lock in his spot in the industry. But what really makes people pause is this. Insiders say Janice was there the whole time, not just watching, but managing things, maybe even orchestrating them. This wasn't the story of a mom supporting her son's dream. It was deeper, something that looked more like a long game. Here's the part that's really got folks talking. Janice might not just be a witness to everything going on. She could be in legal trouble herself. Reports claim she's been helping Diddy hide assets, putting homes, companies, and even entire bank accounts under her name to keep them out of reach from investigators and lawsuits. If that's true, that's not just loyalty. That's money laundering. That's aiding and abetting. If federal investigators start pulling her financial records, Janice could easily find herself wrapped up in the same mess as her son. And honestly, a lot of people think she should be, because at this point, the evidence and testimonies make it hard to believe she was just standing by. While Diddy may have done terrible things, Janice wasn't blind to it. She was part of it. She knew, she watched, and some even say she might have taught him exactly how to move like that. After hearing everything, the rumors, the clips, the statements, and the missing footage, it leaves one burning question that people can't stop asking. How much of this was coincidence, and how much was control? If you made it this far, I want to hear what you think. Was Janice just a mother caught up in her son's storm, or was she quietly pulling the strings the whole time? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into stories that shake the internet.